Welcome back to Toronto's #1 channel for saying what everyone's thinking, but nobody dares to say. Toronto Unfiltered. What's harder these days? Getting into Harvard, scoring a role in Hollywood, or landing a part-time shift at Dollarama? If you guessed number 3, you're correct. Because apparently, if you're a born and raised Canadian, you've got better odds spotting Justin Trudeau at the dollar store with his favorite coupon shopping partner than actually landing a job in there.
If you live in Canada, you know that Dollarama is a scam. You know right now, everything is $4 and up, even $5. They started introducing things for $5, y'all. I paid for that.
No, you haven't, and you're not allowed to hear that more, okay? No, bring it here. I don't want to see it. Let's go now.
Well, yes, apparently dollar stores have a few problems. First off, nothing's actually $1 anymore. You walk in with a loonie and the cashier looks at you like you're paying with Canadian Tire money. Then there's the stealing. Half the time it's like the place has turned into a free-for-all yard sale.
Canadians all over the country are stealing overpriced food items from grocery stores with no remorse in response to the rising food prices and corporate greed.
And believe it or not, the lineup for Dollarama jobs is longer than Black Friday at Best Buy, yet somehow local Canadians still can't get hired.
Oh hey, isn't it Jeremy? Great to meet you. Have a seat. So tell me a little about yourself. Here we are looking only for one employee. We usually only have one employee on shift all day. And your duties will be as follows. You will have to be the cashier / shelf stocker / janitor / truck unloader. There's no break / manager, even though you're not going to get paid like a manager / security / closer / opener. Basically, you'll be every job position needed to function a whole store. So how does that sound?
We went to multiple dollar stores throughout the GTA to see who's really working there. So the entire crew crammed into my tiny little car. And when I say tiny, I mean if one more person sneezed, the doors would have popped off. And we headed out on a mission to the dollar store. Our goal? To find out who's actually holding down these so-called prestigious positions at the dollar store, and to finally answer the burning question every Canadian parent has. Why can't my son or daughter get hired at the dollar store? So off we went, obeying most of the local traffic laws. You know, the important ones like stopping for drive-thru coffee, as we stormed every Dollarama in sight like hockey fans chasing free poutine. Right off the bat, the crew noticed something interesting. Almost every Dollarama we hit had more temporary foreign workers at the cash registers than loonies in a tip jar. How about stock clerks? Again, this position, in over 90% of our visits, was staffed by immigrants. We barely saw any locals holding down these positions. What about the store managers and assistant store managers? Nope and nope. In all our visits, almost 100% of these positions were held by immigrants, not a single local Canadian in sight. This had to be wrong. Maybe we just showed up on the day all the locals called in sick, or they were on vacation at their cottages. So we widened our scope of coverage. First stop, Vaughan, then Markham, and finally Scarborough. Surely we'd see more diversity out there, right? I mean, Vaughan is basically Costco land, Markham has more bubble tea shops than traffic lights, and Scarborough, well, if you can survive driving through there without hitting 6 potholes and a raccoon, you deserve a medal. But still, not a local cashier in sight.
There is an unmitigated crisis that is underway in Canada right now. In the first 4 months of this year alone, 817,000 immigrants entered the country, including roughly 500,000 with work permits and nearly 200,000 student visas. This number is extraordinary. If this rate continues, that will mean that we'll take in 2.4 million people this year.
The temporary foreign worker program is not working. It should be cancelled or significantly reformed.
It's a rare show of unity between BC's Premier and federal Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre.
Liberals have to answer. Why is it that they're shutting our own youth out of jobs?
The temporary foreign worker program allows Canadian employers to use foreign workers to fill temporary jobs when no Canadian workers can be found. EB says the program is being exploited.
Here in Surrey, where I'm standing right now, serious concerns have been raised about fraud.
The government doesn't want you to know this. The Canada Border Services Agency is refusing to release data on how many international students and temporary foreign workers actually leave the country when their permits expire. The CBSA confirms it collects exit information at land and air border crossings, and this data is used to confirm whether an individual remains in the country after their authorized stay ends. What's interesting is that a CBSA spokesperson stated that data on specific cohorts, including international students and temporary workers, is not available. As well, they refuse to disclose how many foreign students and workers left Canada in recent years.
Well, let's just say, based on what we just heard, our numbers reflect those findings. Out of the 27 Dollarama stores we visited throughout the city, our crew interacted with staff in one way or another. And here's the startling part. The numbers we uncovered were heavily skewed. 90% of the cashiers were immigrants and 10% were Canadians. 92% of the stock clerks were immigrants and only 8% were Canadians. 95% of the assistant store managers were immigrants and just 5% were Canadians. And yes, a whopping 97% of the store managers we encountered were immigrants versus only 3% local Canadians. Finally, 85% of the warehouse staff in the back were immigrants compared to 15% local Canadians. Well, we'll leave it here for now, but we'd love to hear from you. Are your sons or daughters, nieces or nephews, friends, or even yourself struggling to land a job at your local dollar store, corner shop, or fast food restaurant? Is it really that hard for Canadians to get hired in their own backyard? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, because Canadians are watching, reading, and commenting. So be sure to smash that like and subscribe to Toronto Unfiltered.
Toronto Unfiltered, bringing the news. The real truth they don't show you. Raw talking Toronto, Canada too. Unfiltered, straight to you. Toronto Unfiltered, the truth you can trust.